This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.
Welcome to the Barbados for the Afternoon Update for Thursday, March 26. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Thanks for joining us. Our top story. Police are at this hour investigating reports of a possible kidnapping. Police spokesman David Welch tells Barbados Today information coming into his department suggests that a man might have been taken against his will while at the Drill Hall Beach in St. Michael. The incident allegedly occurred after 8 last night. The acting assistant senior superintendent says the force is trying to determine whether the incident did occur and who is responsible. And we will update you on that report as more information comes to hand. Meantime, police are also investigating a house fire which occurred in the wee hours of this morning in Ashton Hall, St. Peter. Police Public Relations Officer David Welch says the wood and wall structure was destroyed by the blaze around 1 a.m. In other news, the Barbados Private Sector Association is not on board with suggestions that Barbadians should have to dig deeper into their pockets to fund education and health care. In fact, President Alex MacDonald tells Barbados Today the discussion is alarming. He insists that the public is already footing the bill for the two services through high taxes and insists that the pay hike is not the answer.
The private sector has always had a view that the level of taxation in in our community is very high, and I think that we have accepted that it is based on the provision of certain. There's a trade-off. That for certain social services, we will accept a high level of taxation. The easier way is to tack on fees. But if we don't deal with the root and stem issues, then those fees will only go up and up and up as we get comfortable with the inefficiencies that we have. And I don't think that the private sector, who will probably bear the brunt of the call, is in a position just at the point where we can start to see a turnaround, to start talking about an increased level or increased burden on those persons.
MacDonald argues that critical dialogue is missing from the debate, and he called for the social partnership to be engaged on the way forward.
So we have to have a very, very philosophical dialogue among our stakeholders about what are we being taxed for, where is that money being spent, and if you're asking for higher levels, what are the efficiencies that are going to be guaranteed that make sure that our hard-earned money is being spent in the right way. So we think that as a private sector, we are all for an engagement on it.
Government Senator Irene Sandiford Garner takes the outgoing president of the University of the West Indies Guild of Students, Dimani Paris, to task on his position on the promised bursaries. While acknowledging that the financial aid was late in coming, the senator insists that Paris should have shown more appreciation instead of only focusing on the delayed.
I had the misfortune to read a news story from the current president of the Guild of Students saying they were too late. They were too late. I did not hear thank you, but I would have wished they would have been earlier. I did not hear thank you because I understand the economy cannot afford it right now, but I can see effort was made to assist us. No thank you. I heard it was too late, as if the taxpayers of this country were sitting down waiting to give Minister Jones their hard-earned money to educate people like him. And that attitude concerns me.
The controversial Delta State Youth Empowerment Program is back on track in Barbados, and the country's Commissioner of Higher Education makes it clear that students who allegedly derailed the program will not be allowed to do so again. Speaking at a press conference yesterday, Commissioner Charles Ematulu urged the 8 students said to be at the center of the controversy to return home. He also dismissed claims that the students responsible will be punished.
Now, recalling them home is not punitive in any way, and it has no repercussions. Some have already come home since February, even late January. Some have returned home. The ones who left Barbados on Sunday are at home as we speak. They've called us to say they've arrived home, and that is where we are. We will not allow a few persons to truncate a program meant to advance the cause of the economy of Delta State.
To sports now, and the 2015 Barbados Secondary School Athletics competition got going at the National Stadium this morning. Following an official ceremony, former World 110 hurdles champion Ryan Barfitt declared the games open. The shot put and the under-17 girls and boys 1500 meters were the first events of the day, as Springer Memorial tries to land their 16th consecutive title and Queen's College boys try to defend theirs. Good luck to all the athletes.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter, that's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, we're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
To news from the regional scene now, Jamaica's Police High Command reports an increase in the number of murders across the island since the start of the year. According to the police latest crime statistics, 260 people were killed between January and March 24th. That's 39 more than the corresponding period last year. St. James has recorded the highest number of murders so far, with 42 people being killed up to March 24. And further afield, the disturbing news out of France, where authorities are reporting that the co-pilot deliberately crashed the Germanwings flight 9525 on Monday, killing all 150 people on board.
Aircraft has been deliberately crashed by the co-pilot. Recordings of the voice recorder show that the captain has left the cockpit just for a short time in the beginning and sadly could not go back. It seems to be true that the colleague who was still in the cockpit, the co-pilot, did not give the captain access again in order to activate the fatal descent in the Alps.
And on that note, we come to the end of our Barbados Today afternoon updates, but we'll be back again this evening. Until then, remember you can log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper email updates, or you can like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. We're also on Channel 101 online TV, as well as Mix 96.9 FM. There you can get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Don't forget, BSSAC is on. I'll see you later.
This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy